EA Sports. It's in the game.
EA Sports and the Korn Ferry Tour bring you the best young talent in the world of golf. From the Monterey Peninsula and Pebble Beach, the big one, live final round coverage of the Korn Ferry Tour Championship. Well, we have already seen 3 scintillating, sometimes spectacular rounds of golf. By the time twilight comes calling later today, we will have a champion as we check the Sunday leaderboard. Our leader here on this Sunday is our featured golfer. His cushion is a full 4 shots as he gets set to tee off. And this one will just sneak into the first cut of rough, but doesn't appear, Frank, to be a huge issue.
Yeah, opening tee shot, a little on the safe side, but you're right. It doesn't seem too much of a problem.
And that'll do just fine. This a little under 10 feet for birdie. Oh, goodness, that is too bad. That would have been a good birdie, but not to be. Safely in. It's a par here at the first, and he'll remain well in control of this tournament. Frank, interestingly, this hole number 2 plays as a par 4 for the U.S. Open. It is a par 5. It's absolutely gettable, and players must take advantage.
Certainly, Rich, off that back tee, really you've got to grab a driver. I know there's bunkers left and right, but the decision is whether that tee shot finishes in the fairway, because if it does, you're going to have a crack at this par 5 and 2. If it doesn't, then you play the layup.
No damage done after missing the first fairway, but he should like this one a little bit better here at number 2. Second shot coming up. Let's check in for the first time with Notobegay III.
When you find yourself in the fairway on the second at Pebble, you have a great opportunity to take advantage of one of the easiest holes on the course.
Got every bit of that, threw it all the way there, and got it to stop. Home in 2 on the par 5. So now this one, got to have enough to get up a fairly steep slope. This for eagle. A straightforward look here for birdie. Yeah, well done. It's a birdie here at the second. He moves to 17 under par. Onto the 397-yard par 4 third, where some players drive it over the trees on the left to cut the dogleg, while others play it more conventionally. This is a pretty hole, the third, 397 yards, just a gentle dogleg to the left. And you do have the option. If you're longer, maybe you just take it up over those trees and cut the dogleg, leaving yourself very short shot in. Or you can play it out to the right, have a little bit more in, but still certainly with a good chance at birdie.
Quite obviously off the tree and into the rough.
So from the rough, down the Noda.
Big drive off the third tee, but ball has found this primary rough. Going to be tough to hold the green because everything that hits the surface wants to bounce forward toward the ocean.
Okay, that's acceptable there. 15 feet away. Nicely done. He's looking good early. That's birdies at 2 and 3. And he's got it to minus 18. Frank, this is where it becomes really obvious where you are. You're at Pebble Beach. There's the Pacific Ocean, and this begins that magnificent 7-hole stretch right along the ocean. A fun hole, not long, 331 yards up the hill. We're at the 4th.
Yeah, and each one of those 7 holes that you referred to, Rich, there's a common theme, which is don't look right. Because that's pretty much the ocean the whole way around. And this one here, that decision has to be made. 330 to the front of the green. If there's a hint of a breeze, you try and drive it. Otherwise, really, you've got to worry about that pot bunker. It's between 230 and 250 yards. But as I first said, do not go right.
Really took a lot on with that drive, but this is going to wind up in the bunker. And coming off the 2 straight birdies, this will be a little tougher as the tee shot is into the bunker. Okay, a good out, and that's what will remain for birdie. Yeah, that's a well-played hole. It's a birdie here at 4. He moves to 19 under for the tournament. We arrive now at the 189-yard par 3 called the New Fifth. Despite being redesigned by Jack Nicklaus late last century, safest play here is to the left center of the green. Well, at least he can draw on the experience from the previous hole. Again, in the bunker. Now from the bunker.
Yeah, just a little splash out on this par 3.
Okay, that got caught up a bit before it got to the green. Kind of slowed its momentum, but good out regardless. Yeah, that's a good putt. It is a par here at the 5th. He's going to maintain that substantial lead. Well, this is where the excitement starts to build early in a round at Pebble Beach. I know it's the 6th, but you're coming into possibly one of the greatest stretches in all of golf. This is a 498-yard par 5, goes up the hill, Pacific Ocean in the distance, chance to make an eagle here, and chance to feel really good about where you're headed. has to be thrilled with that second shot here to the par 5. Frank got everything out of that.
Yeah, did well just to advance the ball so far down the fairway. And now a fairly straightforward third shot.
Ten-foot putt left. Okay, nicely played. That's in for birdie here at 6. He gets it to 20 under par. Frank, there are certain spots in sport that kind of steal your breath. Starters gate at the Kentucky Derby, home plate at Fenway Park, maybe top of the hill if you ski at Kitzbühel, 7th tee at Pebble Beach. Absolutely is one of those special places.
Just over 100 yards, Rich. It's the ultimate, I don't know, piece of cake. Where that's what it looks like, but then you try and taste it, and you want a little more, and then you realize you've just bitten off more than you can chew.
Okay, not taking any chances there. A good, safe play in the middle portion of the green. Now this for birdie.
And not much up or downhill here, so speed not a consideration. All that needs to be looked at is the movement from left to right.
Boy, that's a good stroke. Just a fraction off target, but you can't get the speed any better than that. That one finished off. It'll be a par here at 7. And that's going to keep this large lead right where it is. Now to one of the most picturesque par 4s in the world, the 8th hole here at Pebble Beach. Jack Nicklaus, who won the U.S. Open here, called it simply the greatest second shot to a par 4 anywhere in the world. Oh, he's overcooked it. That is well left.
Yeah, it might be in the rough, but that was absolutely crushed.
So now with the ball below his feet, got to be careful this doesn't go right. Oh man, it looked good initially, but rolled off the green and back into the fairway. That stings. That's going to leak out to the right and trickle away. Not the right read there. That one finished off. It's a bogey here at number 8. And fortunately, with a big lead already, very little damage done. Frank, you might be tempted to just stare off at the Pacific Ocean. It's right there, but you'd also better have your focus on what is one of the more challenging par 4s in the game.
Yeah, this stretch, 8, 9, 10, demands just not just concentration, but really great shots. The tee shot here has to be struck absolutely flush down that left side. And the reason why, if you look closely, is this fairway, just everything moves to the right. So if you sort of pitch it in the middle of the fairway or the right-hand side of the fairway, it's going to go in the rough and leave you a really difficult second shot. So a great drive here is rewarded.
that will do just fine. Second shot straight ahead, and we go to Iona Stephen.
He's got 122 yards to the front, 135 to the hole. Pin on the left portion of this green, so it will favour a wee draw.
And safely on deck. That's the main thing, but from that distance, really don't want to leave yourself like a knee knocker, like a 4 or 5 footer. So this first putt's going to have to be good.
Okay, I'd call that an acceptable effort from that range. Just a tap in there for par at the 9th. And that is going to finish off a 3-under front side as they go out in 32. Starting the backside with a 444-yard par 4 10th, the last in this stretch along Carmel Bay, offering the widest fairway at Pebble, feeding left to right toward the water. Boy, the rhythm is definitely there today. Another wonderful tee shot. Chance to set himself up for a good scoring opportunity with his second shot here. Needed maybe half a club more there. As it is, needs to get up and down to save par.
The strike was fine on the pitch shot. Ball first, then turf. Just wasn't really hit hard enough.
Oh, and a shot in the arm there to start the second 9. That's in for par here at 10. And the lead will remain 6 here in the late going. Well, this is where Pebble Beach changes significantly. We're going away from the Pacific Ocean now, up the hill toward the forest. Frank, what do you think of the 11th hole?
Well, it's tricky, Rich. Number one, because it's blind, as you've detailed, but uphill and it's sea level, so that tee shot's not going to go that far. There is a run out down that left side, just inside the tree line there. That's about 308 yards, but you're not going to go that far. So really, this, you have to respect this hole. Just hit a fairway fine.
This one's starting a little bit right. No problems there. That's going to wind up safely in the fairway. So the great tee shot left him here. Now his second from relatively close range.
An awkward little bunker shot. Just splash it out, let the ball run towards the flag.
Okay, not bad out of the sand, and that's what will remain, trying to grind out a par. This from about 10 feet. Okay, well done. It is a par here at 11, and he's going to stay at 19 under par. And now we arrive at the 202-yard par 3 12. Best to work the ball right to left, landing as softly as possible on one of the firmest greens at Pebble Beach. That's going to be on the putting surface, and a birdie look straight ahead. The pace, absolutely perfect there. Down the slope, it's in for a birdie. And stop the presses if you've heard this before. He's well on his way to yet another victory on the year. The 13th here at Pebble Beach is sort of a forgotten hole. It's only 401 yards of par 4, but I promise you'll remember it if you make a birdie here, and you'll have a good chance if you put it in the correct position off the tee. And that will be more than adequate. It's safely into the fairway. A little under 90 yards left here for his second. Well, he'll be disappointed with that, no doubt.
Yeah, swing didn't quite look right on that one. Lovely pitch shot. Just nipped that ball off the turf. Just flew through the air beautifully. Sat down fairly quick as well. Good shot.
Okay, safely in for par here at 13. And this lead, looking oh so comfortable at this point. It remains at 7. Frank, the 14th hole, par 5, it is one of the most difficult par 5s in championship golf, isn't it?
It certainly is, Rich. Not just because of the length of the hole, 570 plus yards, but reachable only really by the longest hitters in the right conditions. But it's the third shot. I've got to rank the third shot as probably the hardest short wedge shot, right up there with the 15th hole at Augusta.
He just keeps motoring right along. Another good tee shot right there. Frank, a chance here to get home in two, a chance maybe to do what Gary Woodland did on his way to winning the 2019 U.S. Open.
Yeah, Gary hit a great 3-wood, but I don't even think he was trying to hit that on the green. Look at that big gaping bunker left and short of that green. You would think that's to be avoided, but no. That's actually where you want to finish up because it's such a hard pitch shot. There's no point laying up. If you can get it into that front bunker, it's a relatively simple splash out shot. One of the few times you want to hit your second shot into a greenside bunker.
Distance control a factor there. That is out of the sand, but right into the rough. And that's not exactly ideal. Far from a tap-in for his par.
You're being too kind. That's not at all ideal.
Just needed a little bit more, but he couldn't quite get it there. Safely in. It's a bogey here at 14. But fortunately, this one still well in hand. You may have heard of the 17-mile drive near Pebble Beach. It's scenic. It is one you absolutely want to put on your bucket list, but you don't want to get there by chasing a tee shot onto the road. That's what can happen if you blow it way right here at 15, if you do keep it in play. At 393 yards, this 15th hole is absolutely one on which you can make a birdie. No issues here. That is into the fairway. So from a tight lie, this, he is second from just short of the green. And that one finished off. It's a birdie here at 15. And the lead is up to a full 6 shots on the rest of the field. Par 4, 16th hole. Frank, what's the right play off the tee?
You don't need driver here for a start, Rich. It's a long iron or even a fairway wood. Now, you see that big gaping bunker in the middle of the fairway? That's not really in play. 205 yards gets over that. But that's the line. If you look closely up the right there, those two bunkers, you just see a little sliver of the bunker, the left of the two on the right. That's sort of a no-no. So anything slightly left of that, that runs out about sort of 280 yards, that is prime.
Well, that is right, and that could be trouble. Oh, that's going the wrong way. And now, problems there for our leader. That ball into the very thick stuff here off the tee. Pretty shaggy lie here as he'll try to muster up something for his second.
From where I sit, that's really disappointing.
Well, safely on, but that's going to be a long way away. This will require the full attention. A huge swing left to right on this putt, just trying to get it in there close. Okay, I'd call that an acceptable effort from that range. Okay, that'll be a par here at 16. And this one, close to being over, as it'll remain a 5-shot cushion. From Jack at the 1972 U.S. Open to Tom Watson, the same championship, 1982. The 182-yard par 3 penultimate hole at Pebble Beach has provided historical drama time after time. That one safely on the putting surface. Got to at least try to cozy it in that 3-foot circle. This for birdie. What a putt right there. The speed was spot on, but it's just a fraction offliner. That would have gone in. No problems there. That's par here at 17. And he'll stay at 20 under. Wow, California's still golden, depending on the view. And Frank, this one is hard to beat. 18th tee at Pebble Beach. Here we are.
It's a stunning hole, Rich. Not only a great par 5 because you have to make decisions on whether or not you want to go for this green in 2, but just how picturesque it is. The bunkers you obviously see down the left, just slightly right of the water. But those trees, the one especially in the middle of the fairway that you have to navigate with a tee shot, and the one short if you decide to lay up.
Yes, step one out of the way. It is in the fairway at 18. One more good approach shot could just about seal it. Now, from way down there, a good look at a second to the par 5. Well, Frank, it is a pleasant walk under any circumstances, but how good is it when you've knocked it on in 2 here at the 18th at Pebble Beach?
It's a lot better than picking one out of the Pacific Ocean, Rich. That was just a great shot. And finally, you can exhale. The job is nearly finished.
Oh, how good is that? It's an eagle here at 18, and that's going to make this a final round, 66. Frank, you understand it. You've called golf along the shores of the Monterey Peninsula for a long time. It's one thing to win a tournament. It is another to do it right here at one of the really special places in the game.
Some say it's America's St. Andrews, but Pebble Beach, yeah, the list of champions too here is great. But, you know, the scenery, it just matches that list of champions. What a great win.
Till next time, for our entire cast and crew, I'm Rich Learn. This has been a presentation of EA Sports PGA Tour Golf. So long, everybody.